Hey guys, welcome back to Talksome. Bro.
We just talked about
I know.
it, dude. We just talked about it.
All right, let's start over.
No, start it up. Let's just go. We
Okay.
keep rolling, baby.
Okay.
We keep rolling.
All right, so today's podcast is going to be about
That's an
Falcon and
intro,
the
is it
Winter
not?
Soldier.
Huh?
We talked about before, where like I want to turn it less
Isn't that
into.
an intro, what you're doing?
We just want to go directly into it.
Yeah, we
and
were-
let that be the intro.
We had a deep discussion of just being able to like just smoothly like transition into like conversation instead of doing
agree,
like.
but you
Instead of
saying,
being like,
okay,
welcome back
we're
to
gonna
Talksome.
do this, and we're going to talk about this, like, just talk about it.
Okay, I mean you're right. I guess
You're
right.
introing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, just you'll
No.
see the thumbnail, so you know what this is about. How about that?
You're a genius, you know that?
Thanks, man.
What the freak?
All right.
What's
going on?
Isn't on here, right? Look at
Dude, we might have to start this over.
Why? Just leave it.
Probably gonna cut that out.
Hey, welcome to Talksome.
Hey, welcome back to Talksome.
Hey.
All right, so let's get to it.
Yes, let's do it.
What's your first initial thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 1?
All right, so like I said last week, I didn't have a lot of prior experience with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like I've told you, I barely saw Winter Soldier maybe like 2-3 weeks before.
Thank God you did, though.
Honestly, it really helped me out a lot.
That scene with him being the Winter Soldier would have made no sense to you.
Oh,
You would've been
yeah.
like, what?
I would have been like, what? Why is he killing people just randomly like that? Like,
That's cool.
wasn't he at peace in Wakanda or something like that? But yeah, like,
You would have been like, is that the White Wolf?
basically,
Yeah.
I had no prior experience. But now, like, I got a little bit more knowledge about it. I kind of see. The show, though, gives off really good, like, background.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't
sure.
kept up or know really about what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the first episode was great. I think everything was really good. Yeah. It really caught me in the first episode. So I think it's going to be a good series.
I think so too. So like it starts out with Sam with the shield, and it's the dialogue from when Captain America gave him the shield.
Oh yeah.
That was done so well because Anthony Mackie, he's really selling like when he's looking at the shield, he's really selling like the him thinking he's not worthy. If
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes sense. He's looking at it with like guilt because that with him putting on that suit and everything, that's him going to the press conference where he gives up the shield, where he's talking about the shield being like the greatest symbol in the country, this and that, but it's not about the shield, it's not about the symbol, it's about the man behind the shield.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So we already see him thinking the only person that deserved the shield. First, he's thinking it's not himself, and that's the inner conflict. Probably through the rest of the series is him feeling not worthy enough to take up that mantle.
Oh yeah. That's definitely like the driving force of this series. Like
For
that
sure.
he's not worthy to,
Which is cool. We'll try not to jump around too much, but Bucky going through his internal conflicts as well, his PTSD from being mind controlled by Hydra the whole time.
Dude, that's nuts.
That was done so nicely in the therapy session and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was great. And I think it's cool because we never really have sat down with Bucky at all since Civil War, I guess. But he was still kind of mind controlled.
Oh yeah.
We don't really know who he is, like we saw him a little bit in the first Avenger or Captain America First Avenger.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's still
Before.
really experience that I feel like he's actually like talked as a person.
Yeah.
We get his personality was basically the first Captain America, because also in Endgame they just show one glimpse really, or no, sorry, it was Infinity War where he was in Wakanda just
Yeah.
like chilling,
Getting
right?
ready to fight, pretty much.
Yeah, and then Endgame is when he actually comes out and starts, helping out. But yeah, we like you said, there's nothing real prior knowledge to him or seeing what's going on. So it's really cool how we
finally see that
to see what's up with him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So he's struggling from PTSD from all the people he was killing back in the day. I loved how they did. Okay, so what we kind of see was him in the therapy room, and he's talking about this person he's making amends with, like to help him out with his PTSD or whatever. He has this this book, and it has all these people on this list, and it's everybody he's trying to like make peace with, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's showing. The therapist is asking, like, how are you doing with that? And he was like, great, I just talked to this one person that I gave power to or something like that, some political girl. And it was funny because they're listing off what was it? The 3 rules or whatever on whatever
Oh,
he
yeah.
has to do.
Yeah.
Don't do anything illegal. And then he hijacks their car with some technology and drives them around. And he's like, don't hurt anybody. And then freaking chin checks the dude. And then I forgot what else.
No, the last one. Yeah, the last one was him like smiling, saying like,
I'm Bucky Barnes, not the Winter Soldier. Have a good day. Or
yeah,
something
no, like I'm making amends or something, and he smiles and he walks away. I thought that was awesome.
That's funny.
Like the one thing he truly does correctly.
Yeah. That's hilarious. And then later on, we see him with, what was the old man's name? Yuri, I think?
Yori
or
Yori,
whatever.
yeah.
He's hanging out with this older Asian person after the therapy session. And you kind of get hints on what's going on. Because prior to seeing anything about the Winter Soldier, we had that fight scene with him.
Oh, yeah.
Killing everybody. And then he at the very end, there's this just kid, pretty much.
He was on it was a guy that, he wasn't from there.
He was like working abroad. Is what
That's what it was, abroad, right? He was abroad there.
And the Winter Soldier saw him, or the kid watched the Winter Soldier kill somebody, and the Winter Soldier just walked up to him and offed him, pretty much. And you're slowly starting to figure out that that kid is the older Asian man's son.
Oh, dude, I love
horrible.
that. No, it's horrible, but I love how they're doing it.
Oh, it's perfect storytelling. It's great. You know?
Because it's like, I love how he distinguishes like the two camps. So like the people that he did wrong, but he felt like kind of deserved it. Like that congresswoman. Yeah. You know, he scared her, he terrified her, you know, everything was going bad. But this, you know, sweet older man that lost his son that he tragically killed when he was mind controlled. He's like trying to, you could see that he's trying to tell him or like make amends for it. But, you know, he can't because it's just so like
so heartbreaking. Yeah. Hard for him, you know?
Yeah.
I love that they're touching on that. That's something like you don't really think about, I guess, was Bucky's mental state, you know, after all of that. Yeah. And they're doing it perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly. It's so cool. And this is the world building in the show, just in general, not even with just Bucky, that I was lacking from WandaVision for me. Now, because in the show, to break away from Bucky, I mean, there was a lot of things. I'm trying not to jump too ahead, but just like the world building of the MCU and talking about the blip. And,
You're right.
You got a little something right there. Just letting you know.
They're probably going to see it through the mic. All right, whatever.
I'm so sorry.
But thank you.
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. You could, I don't know. You could just rest
Smash
it over
on the
there.
ground.
Face mic is not doing well. You
That's
could just
weird though.
Yeah, just do that. Pull it out.
She's gonna have to hold it though.
Do you see that little the clamp? The little clamp on the mic thing that you were trying to pull out. No. Hold that down and then pull. There you go.
Oh,
Then you can just put it on the floor. Cool.
It's not gonna mess up touching the ground and stuff.
I don't think so.
It's a future problem, right?
Yeah. That's true. Where are we at? Oh, the world building of the MCU.
Oh yeah, the
and what
blip.
they're
Yeah, you're
doing.
saying.
It's cool even when Sam was giving up the shield for Captain America. Oh, we never really even finished that with him giving up the shield. So he gave it up. We'll jump straight to that. Gave up the shield, but you see still like the guilt on his face, you know, feeling like, oh, like Cap gave that to me, you know, but I don't feel worthy. And that's, again, his internal struggle. And then Rhodey's there in the crowd, which is pretty cool. And they're walking through Captain America's little museum thing. And even Rhodey was like, why didn't you take up the mantle? Like, everyone knows Cap gave that to you. And I don't know. That was a beautiful scene for me.
Wasn't there speculation after Endgame that people thought, because what were the last words Sam said when Cap gave him the shield? Something about like, I'm not the person that this is for.
It was
that's what he said.
Was
something
like, how
that.
does it feel? And then he was like it's somebody else's.
There we go. And then I heard like a little rumor that everybody was thinking that it was for Bucky, right? Like that Bucky was gonna be the Captain America. But I obviously I knew like, oh, he was talking about, you know, it only belonged to like Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool how they actually, you know, made it. I didn't want them to like, you know, basically jump around or beat around the bush to like say, you know, who was it, kind of like leaving it. So I really like how they did that. Like, you know, it was Cap. It was Cap who I was talking about. Because he literally says that, you know, when him and Rhodey were talking about it. he was like, oh yeah, Cap was the only person for this shield, so.
Which is
that was
so
cool.
sad. We could talk about the end too, but
Yeah.
so he gave up that shield saying, I'm not worthy, but nobody's worthy for this. This is Captain America's shield, and it's going to die with Captain America. And then he sees on the TV later the government announce, we have another Captain America because we could have heroes for the world, but we need a hero for America. And then they're like, the new Captain America. And this freaking dork walks out wearing an A on his shirt. I was like, come on, bro. But that's
funny,
U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
And in the comics, he was the second person to take up the mantle for Captain America. He was also in the comics like a government version of Captain America. But he was very edgy. Like, did not have the same morals as Captain America. He would kill people. He would do all these things. And I'm pretty sure when they announced the new Captain America, did he have a gun on his hip? I think he did.
He might have.
Like Captain America wouldn't have a gun on his hip, you know?
He needs a shield. What do you need a gun for?
That is true, bro. It was so perfect how they cast him too, because he looks like a dork, bro. This guy looks like a dork, you know, and it just makes you mad.
He comes out waving.
Yeah,
what's up?
Winks at the camera with the shield. You're like, I hate this dude already. Like, this guy's horrible. That's perfect. That's awesome. It's gonna be interesting because I'm sure we're gonna get his backstory too.
Oh yeah.
And in the comics, he was in the U.S. military. And so he was kind of like Steve Rogers-esque, but I think he has like a bad backstory. Like he really shouldn't have gotten the super soldier serum, which I think they'll probably give it to him in the show if they already haven't. Mm-hmm. I bet like I bet we see like a flashback of him in the military and like he's doing some shady stuff, you know?
Maybe.
And then they happen to just pick him for their new Captain America program. And
so do you think it was just random, or you think there's like, how did they pick it? Like, what are they going to do?
Exactly. Well, I think we'll see through the show, too, we'll touch on is so we get introduced to the Flag Smashers is their name, right?
Yeah, Flag Smashers.
Which is an organization who they liked it better during the blip. Pretty much, cause they want no borders. They like a world.
Oh
with
yeah,
no
they wanted
borders
a world of union.
Yeah, so smash all the flags, you know. Which I think is interesting to base it off of them liking the blip better than everybody coming back. I think that's super interesting. That's their like motive, you know, because maybe life was better for them after that happened. Well, they want to keep it that way.
Yeah. Maybe it's like what's it called? They feel like a superior type of human,
exactly,
because they didn't get blipped away.
Snapped. Exactly.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah. Positive way, yeah, exactly. I wish you had a mic. Nobody heard that.
I mean, they probably could barely hear it, but yeah.
But okay, so we kind of get introduced to the Flag Smashers a little bit through this one character who's like in the military with Sam, working like Air Force or whatever. Which I don't know much about. I was gonna do research before the podcast, but apparently that guy is playing another Marvel character.
Oh, really?
Like in the comics, like something to do with Captain America. I'll figure it out by next podcast. Huh? Oh yeah. Look up. I don't even know what to look up for that though. The army dude that was with Sam, most of the episode, he's apparently a Marvel character, but I don't know. Yeah. You find it out. We'll continue.
You know what we haven't talked about, by the way, too? The whole fight scene with Falcon when he's at the Grand Canyon.
The best part of the episode.
So I loved everything about it. But like, you know how we were talking about yesterday, it was kind of insane how the dude that was skydiving just turns backwards, so starts shooting guns.
Would that happen? You know, like would bullets, like how fast are you falling? Would the bullets just fly up, you know? What was this guy doing?
First of all, you can't aim falling through the sky.
And we were saying, like, did he jump off with the guns in his hand? Because, bro, that dude's not going to his hips. There's no holster on that.
How's he going to be able to do that? Yeah, he's like, ow.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, whatever.
He was like this, bro. When he was skydiving, he was like, his hands were like this going against the wind. Took me out of the fight a little bit. But that was gorgeous.
Oh, dude, I honestly loved it.
Scene.
I thought it was a great, because I was wondering the whole time, I was like, so how are we going to do this whole chase? Is he going to be like, because when I saw the trailer, because they show that part in the trailer, right? When he's going through the Grand Canyon or whatever. I was thinking like, oh, is he chasing like a helicopter, like something that's flying? But they were like in those the flying squirrel suits things. And I thought that was awesome.
That was freaking sick.
Really
the whole
cool
fight was sick.
Oh, yeah.
And what he had to rescue, like a commander or something.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody pointed out at Easter egg too that commander in one of the shots had a sword logo.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so interesting connection. Cool. But Sam was just freaking destroying these helicopters. And then his Red Wing, bro, they made that so sick. The sound when it freaking popped out.
Oh, yeah.
They were shooting rockets. That was amazing.
Oh, I loved his shield when he was inside the actual, and it looks like a shield. Oh, dude, that was
great,
cool.
man. And then we find out that that's all like his new suit that he's wearing is Stark Tech. When he was talking to the army person, it was like Stark Tech. I don't know. It was cool. Yes. Taurus. Taurus is the military person who was with Sam. The mantle. Oh,
cool.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Oh, is that our new Falcon after he takes up the mantle for Captain America? That's I don't know. That's cool. Yeah, and you did see him when Sam was flying through the sky, blowing stuff up. He was like, "Whoa!" Like, with
you're right. Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Didn't know that. Thank you for that. Where were we? Oh, the Flag Smashers. Okay, so we see one of the person has like super strength, like when they were stealing the money during that one scene. Where Torres he went to kind of investigate, which mean you were like, oh, he's like with them, and then it seemed like he was just doing investigation.
Yeah. I thought he was with them, and you were like, oh, isn't he investigating? And then we finally see.
And then we see him. Okay, so there's a jailbreak or something. They're stealing money. These Flag Smasher people. They're all putting on these
money
masks.
or whatever because he just had duffel bags. Yeah, maybe.
Was it bank? Oh, okay.
Oh, it was bank? Okay.
And then we see, so these Flag Smasher people, they have this like app that we see on the phone, and there's like little, I don't know, like their symbol.
Oh yeah, they have to look around and
almost like a Snapchat filter.
Yeah,
and then you see it. Well, there's like these meetings where all these people who are like would rather have the world back where the blip was, and I don't know, all their little followers, the Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
They all meet up at this one place and they all put masks on, like a whole crowd, and then they'll rob the store and they don't know who to go after,
Yeah.
But then we see like the people who are actually stealing the money. This dude seems to have like super strength, and I'm gonna theorize that he has some version of the super soldier serum. I don't know how, and I don't know why they have it, but I think that will play into the rest of the series, like super soldier serums, because I think the U.S. agent, he's gonna get a form of the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
And that will be a continued theme through the rest of the show. Where was I going to go with that? Oh, and then Torres, I think that's his name, right?
Yeah.
He was talking to Sam about it because they were communicating that all that stuff went down, the jailbreak. And he said, like the very last thing he said to him was like, "Do you think he's a?" And then they cut it, and then he was like, maybe, but I'll get back to you or something like that. Sam, that's what he said. Yeah. And I think he's going to say, do you think it's a super soldier? I don't know why they have it. I don't know if they're stealing the super soldier serum, if something happened during the blip and that's how they got it. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to play out, but it's very interesting. I think it's cool. Yeah. That they're doing that with the Flag Smashers. I thought it was kind of cheesy at first when I was seeing the trailers, the Flag Smashers. I was like, like we'll see how that plays out. But I love that they related it to the blip, That makes it feel more real. I like that. Very cool. What else haven't we covered?
Oh, we didn't talk about the whole thing where Torres is trying to get out of Falcon. What really happened to Cap?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Whoa. The camera? Oh. Poopy. That's not good.
Poopy.
Camera turned off. It's fine. I'm just going to...
Oh, we're going to keep going?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to put up our logo when this happens. Yeah. We'll just keep going.
Bro.
Yeah, take it off. Are we good? So, Captain America, they're acting as if he's dead, that's why they're giving it up and stuff, but Marvel wouldn't not show like a funeral for Captain America. So I don't think he's dead. It's I think one of two things. One, it's Captain America went back to his timeline that he was living in when he came back and gave the shield. The director said that he was living in a branch reality. Like when he went back in time with all the stones, he put back the stones and then he lived in a branch reality.
Oh, so he didn't go back to their reality.
Not to their reality.
Oh, so he just doesn't exist there anymore.
Exactly. So it could be that he just went back, or it could be that he is in hiding, but he's still alive and he's old. I don't know if they would do that or not. I feel like they wouldn't, but you never know.
I think it's if they do reveal. So basically, because if he is in a branch reality, they're not going to explain that in the show.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I feel like they're just kind of we want to
past
get
it.
away
Yeah.
of the old Captain America, you know. But if he does come out as the older man, then they will explain what happened, and he's gonna get exposed. But I don't think they do that. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna try to push away from Cap. You know, I think they're kind of over that now, and they don't want to get back to that.
Yeah, they want to establish the new Cap or whatever.
So they just might leave it up to theorists, like the people in the blip don't know what happened to Cap.
And that could just again be us just like looking way too into it, you know,
It
just
could.
like we did with WandaVision.
Yeah.
We did a lot with WandaVision.
No, but I think it's not crazy to say that we're done, like completely done with it. You know, I don't think like I'm saying, you know, they're over it. We want to they want to get new superheroes in there. They want their spotlight now. We're done with Cap. We're all done with Iron Man. We're done with all those old guys, basically.
Which is almost like a theme too running through this show is when Falcon was given that speech about the shield. He was like, the world needs new heroes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because think about it, Iron Man's gone, Captain America's gone. Who else is kind of gone?
Like the main leaders.
Yeah,
Like
Avengers aren't really a thing right now.
no.
It's a post-Avengers world. So, yeah, that is true. They do need new heroes. I think it's so sick that Sam is working for the Air Force, you know? He has like a government contract working with the Air Force, being like their stealth guy. That is sick.
By the way, what I didn't. Oh,
That's fine. Just keep going.
what I didn't get was so you know how we didn't really talk about how when we're talking about Sam's personal life. Remember when he's with his sister and they're about to lose the house and the boat and everything that they own, kind of. If he works for the Air Force, why can't he pay it off?
Well, okay, so I don't know. Maybe he's just not getting paid enough by them or whatever is going on there. He has no prior money.
Because he blipped away.
He was blipped away, which I thought was very fascinating in the bank scene. Banks are even like, well, technically... Well, okay, so Falcon went in there. He said, I know I qualify for this loan because he's trying to get a loan for his sisters so they could keep the boat, which is their family's legacy or whatever. He was like, I know I could qualify because I have government contracts. Like, I'm working right now. I could get a loan. And he was like, well, on the old agreements that we used to have here at the banks, yeah, but our new agreements, no, because so many people came back. Banks would be over, like, that would crash. The economy would crash and it would be horrible, right? So they do technically, like if that were to happen in real life, they would probably have to change rules and stuff like that. That's cool that they're keeping that, you know? And that's the world building that we're lacking kind of in WandaVision, not to trash on WandaVision, but I love that stuff, you know? It's really interesting that they're fleshing that out.
And I like how so real it was when basically when Falcon was just saying, like, because the banker knew who Falcon was. Remember, he took a picture with him and everything.
He was like, did you play for LSU? He was like,
he did the wings thing.
He's like, you're Falcon. He's like, I've always wanted to be an Avenger.
That was so funny. And I thought it was great. Like, he was talking about, like, oh, what do you guys get paid with? Or do you guys get paid or whatever?
Did Stark give you any money when you were there? He was like,
He's like, I wouldn't be here if he did shit. But, and he was like, "Oh, we're hoping, or what does he say? I get paid by, what was it, Goodwill or whatever. He does it because he's protecting the earth, you know, whatever. Being a hero.
Crazy to think about. That also kind of develops Tony even a little bit more. Like he was getting kind of generous with his money. That as we saw him in his arc, giving people like, oh, do you remember the scene in Civil War where he was like he funded everybody's projects in the crowd and everybody?
Yeah.
But he wasn't paying like the Avengers, you know, like you kind of like gives a little more backstory on Tony, reminding everybody like he was still like a businessman and he, not the best guy in the world, you know, saved the universe, but camera turn off again.
You do it because you're a hero, you know, like you do it because of goodwill. Like that's what he wanted to teach all the Avengers.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. That is true.
I know, but I mean, if you're saving the world out there,
come on, bro.
The government can't throw you a couple bucks.
Hey, bro, true that, bro.
You know, you over here saving galaxies and shit, and the government can't give you a couple dollars. You know,
bro. They saved the universe. Sam, you saved the universe.
You saved the universe, but
you had the coolest line saying on your left, like you saved the universe.
But you can't get a loan for your house.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
That's sad.
That's
that's
insane,
sad, bro. That's crazy.
But that's what I was saying. It's so real, like that. You know, that's so real in our actual real life that, like, you know, the bank don't care. You know, like
kind
If
of
you- yeah.
parallel to COVID right now. I
Exactly.
mean, very real world problems right now. Banks don't
Exactly.
care that you weren't getting an income or stuff. Like, that's
Yeah.
not how they work.
It's
you
like,
know?
oh, well, I mean, it sucks that you got blipped away, but, you know, you're going to have to pay for it. Same, exactly with COVID.
Hilarious. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, a virus came out. You
Yeah.
got fucked, but nobody else did.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting, you know? It's very interesting. It's cool that there is that going on, like where you can relate it to. Our camera's having issues. You want to try changing the battery, maybe?
Real rough.
Yeah, our camera overheats. Camera's horrible. Don't ever buy Sony camera forever.
I think you could do that, dude.
Ever. It heats up. It has this power
You
saving
better get a
mode.
lawsuit.
Bro, I do not care.
Sony's going to lawsuit.
I'm gonna sue them. They sold me a freaking crappy camera.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So we'll work with it. It's fine. We're just talking.
Dude?
Huh?
Where's the ice pack?
I know. It did work. That's fine.
You made a
We'll
whole
do it next
hole in an
time.
ice pack.
Yeah. So I like a soft ice pack. I cut a hole at the bottom so I could put it over the camera and keep it cold, and it kind of worked, but we didn't do it this time. What'd I say? It kind of is an ice pack, though.
I mean, it's like a hybrid type thing. It's like a lunch.
It was actually a very nice lunch pail.
Yeah, there we go.
I shouldn't have cut a hole in it. It was really nice.
That looked kind of expensive, to be honest with you.
A little bit. I think it was.
It's like $50 or something.
I think it was my dad's too.
Dude.
We went and bought that.
Oh, okay.
Your dad was about to be heated, dude.
Yeah, it says internal high temp.
Oh wow, yeah. The camera just gets hot. We gotta find a way. Put a fan on it, maybe.
I'm gonna leave this up because I think that also. Oh my god, that's really hot.
Ooh. Yeah, it is the overheating.
Left the screen up.
But it's so weird. We've only been recording for 27 minutes. Like, why is that overheating?
That is
You
weird.
know? I don't
Very,
like it.
very strange.
I don't know, but when I put this up last time, it worked so much better.
Interesting.
When you open it, this thing's super hot on the inside of the screen. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I'm gonna leave it open. Let it cool down for a minute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. We could just talk. What else haven't we covered? I think we kind of went over everything, to be honest.
Yeah. We really did.
Where do you think the show's going to go from here? Do you have any clue? Oh, you know what we can talk about is Zemo's connection to everything. Because we didn't get any Zemo.
Well, honestly, you're the one that knows everything about Zemo. I'm kind of clueless right
You're
here.
good. You're good. So we see Winter Soldier. He's checking everybody off on this little notebook that he has to make amends with for his PTSD. And when he crossed off that, like the political whatever lady
Congresswoman.
person, you see Zemo on that notebook. So I'm sure we see Winter Soldier going to Zemo and talking to him and doing that.
And you think
know?
that's like where the show's going to start revolving around?
Maybe, but Zemo's going to be a part of the series, and because we see in the trailer Zemo's with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I think we'll see because even Bucky and Sam didn't have any scenes in this first episode.
Oh, yeah.
I see their storylines crossing over when Sam is investigating the Flag Smashers and Bucky and Zemo.
Oh, Bucky
get
making amends
intertwined.
with Zemo?
Yeah, kind of get intertwined with that. And maybe Zemo has something to do with the Flag Smashers. I don't know. I think that will probably be the reason why. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I know about the series that we could talk about, maybe predict. We know Agent Carter, Sharon Carter is coming.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
I was thinking. I totally forgot. I feel like we went over Bucky really quickly. We didn't really talk about what happened. What was the last scene before we because at the very end we saw Sam, right? And that's when Sam was watching the new Cap coming on TV. What was the last scene with Bucky?
Bucky was on his date with this girl. Okay, so
he was on the date.
Got him on this date with this girl, and then it was kind of funny seeing her being like, you're like my dad. How old are you? And he was like 106, and he's not joking. And she was laughing, and she's like, "Why are you wearing gloves?" It's because he has a metal arm. And he's like, "I have poor circulation." That's kind of funny, you know.
What I just don't understand, how does she not know he's an Avenger? Do like people not pay attention?
No, because he was he was the Winter Soldier for the longest time.
But when he was out, I guess there was no cameras at Endgame. What am I talking about?
But I don't know. but sometimes they talk about stuff as if there were. You remember when in WandaVision when they were talking about like Captain America and Scarlet Witch fighting Thanos?
He pulled out,
Like, did they have was the news covering the fight, bro?
yeah, right. Like, how did they know?
Set it up in the air, like, oh my god, bro!
It's like a high speed chase. They just have helicopters to watch it.
Keep it rolling. It's like Thanos and the army fighting. Maybe, bro.
God. But yeah, what's it called? But no, isn't the last scene he goes to Yori's? His name's Yori, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Yori's apartment because he was gonna finally tell him because the girl,
yeah,
she ended up so randomly talking about how Yori was devastated because his son died, and then that's when you actually see the picture of the Yori has a shrine of his son, and it's the kid that he shot, bro. And I was like, oh,
so sad.
that's so terrible. And then he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to pay you for lunch.
Yeah,
Walks out. I was like, oh man,
that's so sad, man. I love the way that they're doing it.
You think he tells him though?
Maybe we see. I don't know what we're gonna see with Bucky. I feel like we kind of have a idea with Sam. He's gonna become Captain America by the end of the series, but Bucky, I think he's so broken and stuff like that. What I said on the last podcast, I think eventually, I don't know if the show is gonna introduce or do anything because we thought the same thing with WandaVision and it didn't. But I think the Thunderbolts are coming. The Thunderbolts is the government's version of the Avengers, and I see U.S. agent being a part of that. Maybe Sam, or not Sam, but Bucky. I feel like maybe Bucky because he's so broken. He's gonna attempt to be good, but eventually, and not necessarily that the government version of the Avengers is bad, but they're very edgy. You know, in the comics they're bad. They're bad people, and they kind of make them as Avengers. You know. But maybe we see Bucky kind of turn towards that and finding purpose in that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well, I mean, it could go either way. Yeah. He could just be really righting his wrongs and being done with that life, or like you said. But most likely, he's going to go back to just doing what he does.
We'll see. Considering how crazy the first Falcon action scene was, and that was the very first part of the series, I have a feeling this action is going to be insane. Bro.
I did want to see more Bucky though.
Oh yeah,
I really want to see Bucky.
We'll get a lot of it. The director teased that he has a Wakandan or vibranium arm now. It's not the same one that he had, and it has some extra tricks up its sleeve apparently.
Okay. Pulls out what like missiles?
I don't know.
Oh, he does the Black Panther thing where he smashes the ground, makes shockwaves.
Oh, bro, that would be so dope.
Oh, dude, that would be cool.
In the trailers, we kind of see him catch it though with that arm. What if it has some magnet? Okay, so I was just thinking right now. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay, no, now that makes sense. Sorry. In Civil War, when Black Panther was trying to catch Bucky. You remember when Bucky escaped and the Black Panther showed up? Like, he wasn't in his uniform, but do you remember that? When Bucky escaped the compound that he was in because of Zemo, and when everybody was fighting him, Black Widow was fighting him outside, Iron Man had the little glove thing.
I think.
Remember that?
I think so.
We see a Black Panther go and try to reach and grab Bucky, but the vibranium is, like, bouncing off of Bucky's arm because I don't know what Bucky's arm was made out of, but it was like bouncing off like a magnet,
like
almost.
repels.
Yeah, off the ring on Black Panther's arm, which is interesting. And I can't remember if it was vibranium or not. I don't think so. But what if his arm? All of that just to go to this. What if his arm is made out of vibranium and it could attract the shield to his arm?
Ooh,
I don't know, man. We'll see. We shall see.
We shall definitely see. Because that'd be awesome, though.
Heck yeah, man. I'm excited.
He's like Thor.
For the show.
He's like Thor, except with the shield.
With the shield. Dope.
Oh, how amazing would it see be like Thor, getting, Stormbreaker or whatever. And then you see Bucky getting the shield.
Oh, my God. Man. Man. Every time you bring up Thor, I just cannot wait for Thor 4, man. I am so excited for that. That's probably one of my most...
You honestly are super hyped. That might be your most anticipated movie.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be...
I hope it is.
Phenomenal.
I hope it is, because honestly, I mean, I've never seen the first two, but from what I've heard about the first two Thors, I heard not so many good things about it. But Ragnarok, they did turn it around there. They turned it around like a full, 180 right there.
Yeah.
So hopefully, they continue that path with Thor 4.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited. Well, is that all we have to talk about?
I don't know. Is it?
I think so, man. Pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to do this next week, and it should be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. See y'all later. Bye.